Okay, so you've signed up for the GolfMob. So basically this is the online version of the in-person program that I built towards the end of 2017, and it has been built over the course of about 3-4 years. And then towards the end of 2017, I was working with a guy called Paul Malt with marketing and bits and pieces like that. And his program, the thing we had to do towards the end of the year was to build a group fitness program. And it was all laid out and we had to test it and all this, that and the other. So what I was able to do is I was able to put together 5 or 6 years worth of content, information that I'd used on myself that I'd had benefits with, and build out what was in the basis, the first skeleton version of the GolfMob, which was a program. This is for fat loss, for guys that want to get their energy back. Very, very simple system for guys that haven't got a lot of time, and adding all the stuff that I've done with correctives, with TPI, FMS and all things like that, that gave golfers the ability to hit the ball further. That program, once I built it and put it all together, I tested it on myself, bearing in mind that I've been using a lot of this stuff for 4, 5, 6 years. And the results were brilliant. I mean, at that point in time, before I started running it, I was, I'd sort of fall into that sort of fat dad little situation, derby, beer belly, finishing all the kids' food, all that sort of stuff. And I built it and had fantastic results, but I still had to make sure it worked in the other guys' lives. So at the turn of 2017, I set up the first version of the GolfMob. The guys that come in, the results were just off the charts, were just fantastic. These were guys that were either former athletes that stopped training or were mad golfers that just literally didn't have time to do any type of exercise. It was originally, I think we was doing it at 7 AM in the morning at a local golf club. Then that changed, we spin it and we done an evening version. I think it was 8 o'clock in the evening. Plan was very, very simple. The guys that come through that program got amazing results. Every single person in that program added distance. Every single golfer. Now, if you think about that from any type of, golf club or ball or, rangefinder device, anything, if you can think about it, you could guarantee that you'd increase distance inside 4 weeks. Just imagine how many of them golf clubs would sell. That no one can guarantee it because it's about a game of skill. Now, the reason why is because of the way we use the core and the way the core associates with the limbs and the way the limbs associate with the floor. It's all about generating power, but then when you couple it in with weight loss and desire, you have these two things that work together, and you have a golfer that's trying to lose weight, get fitter, get leaner, be stronger, all them benefits of fitness, but on top of that, it makes his golf better because, and it's proven, the closer you are to the hole, the lower your handicap. So the further you hit the ball, in theory, the lower the handicap. These stats are all over PGA Tour, TPI, it's considered. There's plenty of books written on it. So because you've got these two things that you're working towards, on the days that you don't really fancy working and you don't want to stick to it, you've got another benefit of keeping that program. So that was generally the GolfMob. What you're going in through now is the online version. Now there's certain tweaks that I've made to make it better. There's been some changes in the correctives and the way we do them, because bits and pieces that I've tested and found that work generally, and other bits and pieces that work specifically. But it is very, very, very close to the original program that the guy's done in person with me. That's it, really. There's the only way that this won't work is if you work. If you don't work, sorry. Simple as that. If you don't work, it can't work. You can tell the story that you haven't got enough time. You can tell the story that it's too difficult, or it's not going to work, or whatever the excuses are that come up, and be aware that they are just excuses. And we're going to cover that in a minute when we talk about why you will pass, why you will fail, why you will succeed, and the emotional cycle of change. But generally, all you need to realise is this program works. Follow it, stay with it, your results will be fantastic, and you'll have other golfers asking you what you've done, how do you hit the football so far, and your results will actually help me long term. Simple as that. So good luck, follow the program, and move on to the next video.